Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's your host Steady Yeti, and today we're going to be playing some more Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Since it's my main meta deck and it's actually getting pretty popular in the format, I'm actually probably going to make a series on it and just do like a video once, maybe twice a week of me playing that deck with different lists and variants. Today we have a pretty straightforward list. It's not much different than the list I have been playing. I did change a few things that I've been wanting to try. So instead of max belt, we're now playing secret box. Instead of, oh, just a second. Change the energy here. I'm actually going to try out one psychic. Alright, now we're ready. So as I was saying, instead of max belt, we're playing secret box. This card seems really good in this deck, being able to get a rocket supporter or a transceiver or ultra ball along with a bangle for your Spidops and maybe even a proton if you need it to power up the Spidops. And you can also get the factory. Like this card seems to put in a decent amount of work, and for that reason I really feel like this might be the A spec for the deck. I don't think the 6th or 9th play, whatever list place the one did good in LA was playing this, but the max belt at times feels like a little extra. Playing the Lilies to Flurry, you don't have to have it. So I think for that reason, we're going to try the double Brave Bengal to keep them Spidops hitting harder numbers more accurately. Now, cutting one grass, bug catching set for me anyways, almost whiffs all the time anyways. So we'll see how that goes. But it's one of those cards where if it hits, and it's normally really good. But if most of the time you're going to whiff, and it's okay because it's an item. It's not like it's your supporter for turn or something like that. I did end up going down to one Archer. I think I've played Archer a number of 3 times in all of the games I've played with this deck, which is a good amount. So we ended up going down to one Archer because the deck doesn't really need a whole lot of hand disruption. Against Alakazam, you actually have a really good matchup with 2 Articuno. It's hard for him to deal with 2, plus 2 Night Stretcher. 1 is a little shaky. I had to grind through an Alakazam matchup with only 1 Articuno, but I did make it work. Where 2 is a little easier, and against the Alakazam matchup, the 2 Night Stretchers and the 4 Ultra Ball, they basically all become Articuno. So make sure you get it, and I hope you don't prize both of them and just get rolled, of course. But yeah, that's the changes I've made to the decks. Basically, I kept it at 3 Lilies for Ariana. Ariana feels a little better. I cut 1 Archer for, we'll say, a Psychic. I cut the maximum belt for a Brave Bengal. And I had to make 1 more trim. What was it? No, that's right. Yep. Yeah, everything else is standard. Okay. I guess I didn't change anything else. I was thinking I did. But yeah, so that's where we're at with it. The deck still feels really good. It's just I feel like the max belt is not needed as much as the Brave Bengal on the Spidops is. I probably will be trying some Team Rocket's Kangaskhan here in the future, so stay tuned for that. That seems like a really good concept. I'm probably going to be cutting the Mewtwo's or maybe only playing 1 for the Dragapult matchup, because Team Rocket's Kangaskhan with Giovanni does 220 damage, so that takes care of all the Ogerpon decks like the Raging Bolt and stuff like that. But this is the deck we're working with today. Let's see what it does on the ladder. We are still in Ultra Ball rank. We have not been playing a whole lot. Life and work and everything else is getting in the way. Still wanting to go first. That's definitely not changing, so we can try to Proton turn 1. And they're going to go first. I went second all weekend, last weekend, when I played in that paper tournament. And I feel like I would have done better if I went first, but it didn't seem terrible, like going second. None of the matches seemed terrible going second. It's always interesting to me, like all these decks pick to go first, because there's like this thing saying that it's a go first meta, but they're like, Bidoo decks are never a go first meta. Like you never want to go first in a Bidoo deck in my opinion. Like I feel like you would always want to lock your opponent down. In's Castle. Okay, so he's playing the Blaziken Zoroark deck. I haven't played against this yet, so this will be interesting. Probably going to try to stay off the Mewtwo's and get into the Spidops. So that's good draw. So now we can Ariana next turn. So go ahead and Proton. Boom, boom. Probably don't need the Mewtwo, just get a Mimikyu. Wow, both Articuno are prized, like I just talked about. It's almost like I manifested that. Okay, we have a good amount of energy. Just a little one-up here and there. Nothing crazy. Do I want to play any items this turn? I guess we can go ahead and do this for Ariana. Unfortunately, we don't have an energy attachment this turn. That does kind of suck. Definitely want energy attachment if possible. That way we can load up the Spidops as soon as possible and start getting into some Zoroark damage. We're already taking care of a Zoroark with these 5, so as long as these 5 stay alive and I can get a Spidops loaded up, we'll be good. Don't really need the Bangle. And honestly, I went and got the Ariana, but I think I want to Lilies and see a fresh 8. Don't really need any of this. I kind of want to play the Bangle just in case, but I think I'm going to hold off and just go ahead and Lilies. Okay, well there's an energy and a Spidops, so that's something. And then we can Ariana next turn. If he knocks out the Mimikyu, we can Archer and hope that's enough. He discarded a Zoroark to the trade. That's interesting. Rare Candy Blaziken with an energy in the discard. So he might pull up and attack into my Mimikyu, which if he does, we don't necessarily enjoy that, but it is what it is. So he did Bidoo. I think we just have to Ariana for 4 and hope that we get another energy. Oh, it's only for 2? Draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. 1, 2. Oh, I miscounted. Okay. I was going to say, wait a minute. Okay, so I guess we'll do this. If we can get into energy next turn, we're doing pretty good. I assume he's going to pull up and knock out the Spidops. I could be wrong though, unless he has a way to get 2 energy into the discard for the Blaziken. There's our Articuno, so that's another basic. So far, the list feels fine. I know we're only on like turn 4 of the first game. But, I mean, I've hardly ever seen the archers either, and I cut it down to a 1 of and drew it. I feel like Zoroark Blaziken would be a lot better deck if there was a Psychic deck at the top, like how it was last format before rotation. I feel like that would be a lot better because you would have a big attacker for Psychic, you'd have a big attacker for Grass, and all you'd have to worry about. Okay, I know I'm talking, but now I gotta think. Okay, Energy Switch doesn't do much here. I don't think there's a way we can do 320 with the max, or with the Mewtwo. Maybe the max belt's important if this becomes a deck. I wish we could Giovanni this turn, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So let's see. If we Archer them to 3 cards, so they get to draw an extra card. But never mind, they discarded both of their Zoroarks. I was gonna say we could shuffle their Zoroarks in. Get Ariana for 2, but Archer just feels better. I guess we could Ultra Ball and then Archer. Like a Proton and an Ariana. I kind of want to get Mewtwo because it's a basic on the bench, but I don't at the same time. That seems bad. We don't have 4th Tarantula. Well, we did, but yeah, I guess we will, just to see that. And then Archer. Okay. Okay, so Bug Catching. Whiff. Okay, so we can attach to the Spidops and put 180 on the Blaziken. It's not great, but we are 2-shotting the Blaziken, and if they pull up the Zoroark here to knock out the Spidops, then we can possibly 2-shot or 1-shot the Zoroark, and then 2-shot the, or 1-shot the Blaziken again, so we would be, we have a possibility of 4 prizes. So he is going to retreat, probably into the Zoroark if I had to assume. Pokepad for Darmanitan, okay. And then shoot both of my Mimikyus, ow that hurts. Open Ariana finds me a Night Stretcher here. Definitely need 5 Team Rockets in play to be able to 1-shot this Zoroark.
Delivered daily.
I didn't know this was going to have an ad after every song. I'm sure y'all don't want to listen to that, and I'm just playing a YouTube mix. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what opponent is doing here. So I guess they're going to Flame Body can. Oh no, okay, they're just taking the knockout. That's interesting. Okay, well, I don't really want to listen to that either. Okay, so we can do nowhere near enough because we don't have another tarantula. You know what, guys? Let's just throw the Pokemon music on. We know that ain't gonna be doing no cussing. Alright, so we can knock out this Zoroark, but it gets us in a pretty rough spot. I don't like this. Get back grass. I was gonna say the Psychic Energy didn't feel bad there. It's also not bad for the Lily's Caflari either if I have to attack with it. So we're knocking out Zoroark, so let's draw. See what we can get. None of that says Night Stretcher. Jeez. This is tough. Probably going to be a loss, but we're going to go ahead and play it out. I assume he's going to pull up the Darmanitan and take out a knockout on the Spidops and a Mimikyu, and then we're pretty much just cooked at that point. But at the moment he doesn't have another Zoroark to knock out this Mewtwo, so maybe we can build up a Mewtwo. Poppin'. I don't really know what that gets, so I assume it's just a deck search. Flame Body is definitely hitting the house today. Yeah, and that's gonna leave us in a pretty bad spot for sure. Oh, and a Judge followed behind that. It's not the best. Yeah, it's not the worst. I've definitely dealt with worse. But now I can't attack with my Mewtwo, which is so ironic. And it's honestly crazy how much that matters. I think we're gonna attach grass. And his Darmanitan has 3 retreat. That seems like it would be kind of complicated to get to, so we should have a turn or 2 to stall. And we have used 1, 2 energy, so we should have 2 Team Rocket's energy left for the Mewtwo. I think I'm gonna Lilies here. Draw 6. Okay, well, I guess we'll Night Stretcher back a Tarantula, because we know there's a Spidops in the deck. Oh. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Mewtwo up, just because it's a big basic. Hope he can't get into a Zoroark to knock it out. Not looking too good for the home team here. Well, there's a Zoroark. Inn's Castle, never mind. He's got it. Surely. Well, let's hop into another one. That should have been a favored matchup, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I got outplayed. I feel like they were just probably better with their deck than I was with mine. That deck does seem really consistent though. We might play it on the channel sometime. Also, once again, I went second. So going second, count 1 loss. This time we're going to go first. So if we get to Proton turn 1 and win, then It's obvious that that is what we need every time. And this does not say proton. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and start with Mewtwo and hope to draw transceiver or proton. But yeah, having psychic energy in here never feels bad, and there's honestly a lot of cases where, okay, so we're playing against Zork again. There's a lot of cases where it feels good too, so we can get into throw a factory down, try to bait out a castle to bump it with second factory, and I guess we'll throw down Articuno too. We can get into attacking with Lily's Fairy with a Psychic in the deck. It makes it a little bit easier to attack with Mimikyu because it gives us the 5th energy to help attack with that, if need be. So it's not, I don't think it's necessary, but it definitely helps per se. Okay. Pulling up the Zekrom. So a cool play here would be to draw the Team Rocket's energy to be able to attack with Mewtwo. We did not. Okay. So I guess we bump Stadium and hope he's like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? And then just Lilies. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. It's not just churning yet, but we're getting somewhere. Let's see. I think we're just going to leave it how it is. Hoping this doesn't get judged here. Okay. Lily's is fine. It's probably not fine, but it's not judged. One thing I was going to say is I feel like the Pokemon Company really whiffed at not getting a playable Ends card in the Ends Zekrom deck. Like, it's kind of theme deck-ish, you know, with all the Ends Pokemon, so like having, well, that's kind of scary if he has an Ends Castle and or Switch and or Air Balloon and a Dart. Okay, he doesn't. I was about to say if he has any of the cards to get energy back, but that didn't happen, so let's not worry about that. Ariana for 3 plus 2. I guess it's really our only option other than Giovanni, but that seems bad. I could have played Articuno technically. I think we'll do this just to trim to try not to whip energy right here. Don't want to whip energy. Maybe get Petrol instead. Is there a way to Secret Box maybe? Tool Stadium? No. Is there a way to get energy? So there's no energy search style cards. Okay. So Petrol, just because Giovanni really doesn't matter. Then draw 2. Whiffed energy again. Not good. Okay. We can go in with a Spidops next turn and take the knockout, which he's probably not expecting. So if it's where he doesn't have much energy, that could be good. And we maybe needed to save Transceiver for an Archer to try to slow him down. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because Petrol's not really going to do anything. I got it just for a maybe. I mean, then again, he has to get Petron or Air Balloon or something to get the Zekrom out of the active and or get another stadium, but they only play 1 to 2 normally. Alright, well he does have one of his Zoroarks, two of his Zoroarks loaded up, so the question is now is can he get an Ends Castle or does he have an Ends Castle? He has a boss, it's not necessarily an Ends Castle. Yeah, I shouldn't have played that Transceiver, I'm kind of just wrecked now. Petron up the Zoroark. Night Joker do 1-250. Wow, getting aggressive with it. Then again, he can just Petron up this Zoroark too. I guess we'll throw the Free Retreater up there to start with. Another Proton is not quite it. So let's see, we don't have any energy in the discard. We do have Spidops that we can Night Stretcher if we want to, but that doesn't seem as ideal as other plays. Transceivering for Archer here would have been great. And now we just have to Lilies and Pray. Okay, well, it's not terrible. So put the Tarantula down. I really don't want him to knock out the Spidops. I mean the Mewtwo. I think I'm going to retreat into Tarantula and attack with Grass Energy. The 60 damage, which is kind of relevant with Poison. That means discarding 1 energy from my bench with Mewtwo knocks him out. And if he knocks out this Tarantula with a different Zoroark, then we can take a knockout with Spidops. And Archer them. Wow. Wow. Golly, getting wrecked. Although we're not in too bad of shape, we can Night Stretcher for Spidops, Petrol for Energy Switch. But definitely not enjoying it so far. We normally want to keep the Spidops down here, discarding energy with Mewtwo, but I'm scared to put the Mewtwo up because it's probably just going to get knocked out. So, I still don't have any energy in the discard because this dude knows exactly what he's doing. I guess we could Ultra Ball too. That doesn't seem great. So let's Transceiver and Deck Search. If we have the Energy Switch in deck. Oh, it's pressed. Great. Okay. Wow. This is rough. I mean, realistically, the only play we have now is bug catching and prey. To get Ultra Ball. Or to Ultra Ball. And we whiffed. Cool. Probably gonna cut these in another list. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. It's ironic this is a bad matchup. Like, this was such a good matchup if we just didn't brick. Yeah, we're just not doing anything. But actually, hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm tilting a little bit and forgetting that I have plays. So we're gonna do this, put this here, and then put this here, and then retreat and take knockout. Do we have Ultra Ball? Do we have another Spidops? Honestly, don't know. I guess we'll find out. Probably Archer next turn. Then use the Giovanni for Ghost. We do have another Spidops. Okay. And take knockout. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Bangle is good since our second Spidops probably won't be doing as much. But now, if he knocks out this Spidops, we can start attacking with the Mew. Because we can get the energy back on the Spidops to do enough damage. Which, I mean, he's going to knock out the Spidops. And that would leave him with 3 prize cards left. He knocks out the Mews, leave him with 1 prize card left. So we could work it out here in the end. It's not going to be as easy as I would have intended. I'm also not super upset with the Bangle play either. I would like to draw energy or another Night Stretcher to get there. Oh, okay, he's bossing. Yeah. Well, now we're just banking on the Spidops, which I don't necessarily hate, because Spidops, I was gonna say, what's he? Tool scrapping. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 120. Ooh, unfair stamp is rough. Unfair stamp is rough. Okay, okay. We might be able to cook with that, get an Ariana and do some work. So it's 120 to be, the Bangle is 150. So we have plenty of ways around that. Still, so we're still, he's ahead on prize trade, but at this point we'll be a single prize board state. I think he really messed up with the boss play. Maybe it was important though. I don't know what he was thinking. And then he's gonna do 250, which would be 500. Knocking out the Mewtwo, going to 2 prize cards. I honestly don't hate Archer in here to draw 7 either. Throw up the Mimikyu and shuffle his hand into 3. That actually seems pretty good. Okay, so let's get a Grass Energy here. Is there anything we just have to have? No, well, I don't guess we get the option. Get the Archer. Let's just see what we're working with. So we have plenty of energy. We do have Bangle. We do need to draw Bangle. We're drawing the same amount of cards. And hopefully this will stall him enough. We did not hit Bangle, of course. Why would we? So Factory and try to hit Bangle. Still didn't hit Bangle. Okay. We do have, oh, that's risky though. We do have well, actually, let's do that this way. Wait, I can still attach return. Definitely gonna do that. And then Ultra Ball, well, bug catching, whiff, cool. And then Ultra Ball, awake lilies, and Mewtwo. So we have 2 basics left, so we can Proton and or Ultra Ball next turn for 1. And then this is enough for knockout, because we have 5 now. So we just have to get another Pokemon next turn and he leave his Zoroark inactive when we have game. Semi-fortunate turn of events, but hey, we'll see what happens. This Zoroark player has been absolutely cooking turn after turn. Okay, so that doesn't matter. He's just trying to cut down on card draw. Okay, so I assume he just takes a knockout here and passes, and then we end up winning. Yeah, sweet. Because it was not looking good for us at all. Ooh, I about messed up so bad. And then take knockout. Whew. And to be honest, that does kind of showcase what the Team Rocket's deck wants to do. If it can be a single prize deck, it wants to be. It's good leading into Zoroark against Garchomp. And there was another matchup. I don't remember which one it is now. Where this? Oh, Honchkrow. It's very viable against Honchkrow because Honchkrow just eats Mewtwo. All right. Well, 1-1. We did go first, but we did not get the Proton turn 1. So go first, win. No Proton turn 1 is also now on the tracker. Alright, well, we're going to pick heads. Always pick heads. Alright, we're going to go first. Wow, a mulligan. Okay, not ideal, but not terrible. Oh, well, actually it is ideal. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and slam energy here, play factory, play Proton, get 3 basics. So now we have a go first Proton on the board. Let me read this. For all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon, yeah, definitely getting that. And probably just 2 Tarantula. I could have actually just gotten Mimikyus now that I'm thinking about it. Or whatever. Oh, there's a Mimikyu. And pass. I guess if I have to attack with the Spidops, I can. Definitely hoping to get something here. Team Rocket's energy would be great, obviously. He is Brock scouting on turn 1. Okay, so he's going to Latios, Free Retreat the Dreepy into Badoo, which is okay with our hand. So if we Lilies, we get to see 8 fresh cards. If we Ariana, we get to see maybe 4 fresh cards, plus 2 from the factory. Okay, well there's another Mewtwo, not Mimikyu. I kind of want to hold off on this in case we get the Clefairy for late game, but also it wouldn't be bad to go ahead and start getting that where it needs to be. I think we just Lilies. I'm not going to evolve just yet because I don't necessarily need it. Wow. Once again, no energy. Maybe this deck needs to play a way to search energy other than bug catchings. Okay, well, if he has turn 2 pulled, he has turn 2 pulled, or whatever. He's only doing 60 to my Spidops, so I'll do that and pass. And if he has turn 2 pulped, and he does 200 to the Mewtwo, it would take some good churning here, but if we draw the Team Rocket's energy, then we could put it on the Mimikyu and Ultra Ball for the Clefairy, and then Giovanni the Pult. But it looks like he's just going into the Dracloaks. So it is Pult Nor, which is kind of scary. See what they got here. Kind of a small hand. They do have 2 recon directives online though. Okay, well that's not doing it either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. Way too many. So we could... I'm gonna petrol for Stadium, I guess. Just to bump their Stadium. With Clefairy's in the deck. That's another reason I petrol. 4 Team Rocket's energies in the deck. I'm not seeing any of them. Okay. Draw 2, see what we have. Okay, so there's the Clefairy. Now, if we could only get the stinking energy on this Mewtwo. I guess we just have to pass. Does not feel great. This is a good matchup though, so if we can grind ourselves to an end game, we can start taking care of some things. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. This Bidoof is really kicking my can, though, I will say that. Spidops to pop Tarantula. Dusknoir to pop Spidops. Rare Candy Dusknoir, so he's going to pop Spidops soon. Bouncing Stadium for another Watchtower. Maybe this variant needs 4 Lilies and 3 Arianas because it's so hoping on. Okay, he's gonna pop the Articuno. I didn't think that worked. Doesn't help. This is effects of attack. No effects of attack. Yeah, effects of attacks. Gotcha. He is gonna itchy pollen himself to a W. Hey, a grass energy, don't need that. And the crazy thing here is, like, Giovanni here is just bad. Because he can just free retreat pretty much all of his bench, and then, like, you don't want to pull up a Draclo. And he could just retreat into Bidoof again. And we're pretty cooked. Play that down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 cards. We're never drawing anything with this Ariana. Guess I'll do that. Maybe I should have put it on the Mimikyu, but I doubt it. Especially now that I don't have Articuno. If he gets into Dragapult, he can just shoot the Mimikyu. Well, there goes the Tarantula, I would assume. Halt. Curse Blast. Oh, he's gonna put it on the Mewtwo. Right, right. Makes sense. Well, that does mean he's not getting another evolution, getting another Pult. Oh, 2 basics. That's fair. That does mean he's not. Ichipaling me, so maybe I can get into something. Although he only has 2 prize cards left, so the odds are like very slim. But hey, we can always try. Oh, there you are. Jeez. Oh. Okay, so he didn't get Pult, so hopefully he doesn't have Pult. We could do that. Play the Clefairy, you're getting whacked. Okay, so do we... I think we need to try to Ultra Ball for a Spidops just to get my Pokemon stronger health. I mean, if he can evolve Energy Boss, then we just lose anyways, but... Yeah, Ultra Ball first. For Spidops. And then bug catching. For a Spidops, wow, the one time the card pays off. I'll just play with this turn. Whoops. I did have to play it though in order to attack with the Mewtwo, so. Well, I guess we'll Ariana. And then, oh, I only have a Clefairy. Gosh. Well. Okay, Grass Energy isn't terrible. And then we can Charging. And then I'm playing like if he knocks out this Mewtwo, but if he knocks out the Mewtwo, he literally just wins. If he doesn't knock out the Mewtwo and the Mewtwo takes a substantial amount of damage, we could retreat it into the Clefairy for the final knockout too, though. Proton Grass could be important, but I doubt it. I was really banking on like Energy Switch, possibly draw a Psychic. Which I thought Psychic was in the discard and I was going to Energy Switch it off, but I guess it isn't. Yeah, this deck used to be, it wasn't good, but it was really consistent in when G-Block was in, because you could play Earthen Vessel into Ultra Ball and then double charging up, and he played like 3 or 4 Energy Switch, played 2 or 3 Psychics with a lot of Grass Energy. It was pretty solid. It just wasn't good against the meta. Now it is good against the meta, and if you don't brick, then you get a decent game. Boss that. Okay, do we have, oh, he's got Bear Energy, I assume. Oh, okay. Yep. So that is the deck. I think if, I don't want to say if you get better draws that you just win, but I think there's some possibilities for that with this list, because I mean I just lost to what they're calling the best deck in the meta, and it's literally my best matchup. So like that says enough as its own, because you have 4 attackers that can knock it out. I just feel like the deck needs more ways to have energy recursion and or ways to get your energy. That way you can play the game, like honestly. But that's all I got for today. I do plan on tweaking it some more and having version 2.0 here soon. So if you liked what you seen, don't forget to drop a subscribe and like the video. Thanks, I'll see y'all in the next one.